Hey everyone, welcome to Canucks. My name is RevTrev, and I just think you need to, and I need to sit down because we're talking about the Canucks draft special. Come on. As Canucks fans, we are dead last, and there is nothing to look forward to except for one thing, and that is the draft. And we want to win one thing now, the draft lottery. Now, it's probably not going to work out in our favor because it's the most Canuck thing to do is just to lose everything, right? We lose, even go at the very first and still don't get it. But the percentages are in our favor. Whoever's dead last, and listen to me, we're going to win being last. Like, we will have to go on such a, winning streak or you know what I mean? Like, and we've been playing well the last 3 games, so I am a little concerned. But here's the thing. The percentages for us to get, now if you come last, you get a top 3 pick guaranteed. I'm hoping to get 1 or 2. We get McKenna or Stenberg, and I made a video on that. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. But most likely is we're going to come third. Now, I just made a video this week on Verhoeff and the possibilities there with all the defensemen, so go check that out as well. But I want you to know that there's a lot of Canucks talking about and saying maybe we should trade back. Canucks fans, that is. And so that might be a very realistic possibility, and I have no problem regarding that. No problem at all, because sometimes it's just about picking the best player available or the guy you really want. So people are like McKenna or Stenberg, or people use the nationality conversation, no Swedes, and I'm like, man, I think Stenberg's going to be pretty good. But only Canadians is like, yeah, but there's some good Americans as well. And I just want us to rebuild the right way. You know what I mean? We're finally tanking. We're finally rebuilding. And here we are. So I do want to talk today about the, trade back strategy, which I call trade back strat, like all the young people are saying nowadays. It's like, hey, let's do this. You know what I mean? What's the strategy of trading back? Maybe we get that 3rd overall pick, and there's a team that wants a guy like Verhoeff really badly, and they're saying, listen, we'll jump up this many spots, and you come back, and we'll give you some draft capital for next year. I think the Canucks management would be open to that, because this is not a 1-year rebuild. Most rebuilds take 6 to 12 years. We're all hoping it's going to be the 3-year rebuild, okay? We're hoping, but it all depends on what's going to happen. So I want to dive into a couple of names, and the number one name that everyone wants to talk about is Caleb Malhotra, right? I just got some of these notes right here, and I want to make sure that everyone can, I'm going to bring all these stats up, but I want to make sure I have them all handy, okay? So, because if you're not going to draft Verhoeff, or Chase Reid from the United States, as you can see right here, Carson Carels is really good as well from the Prince George Cougars. We talked about that extensively in the last video. But maybe it's like you want a centerman. Or not you, the Canucks want a centerman, right? So who would you take? And there's so much traction with Caleb Malhotra. Like, what if we traded back a couple spots and grabbed Caleb? Like, honestly, think about it. I mean, he's a good-sized guy. Now, Caleb, I want to talk about Caleb, Malhotra, Tynan, Lawrence, and Viggo, Bjorck, okay? Bjorck is, we need to have him in the conversation. These guys are all 17 years old, okay? They're, Malhotra and Lawrence are left-handed shot centermans. Bjorck is a center right winger, and the size for Malhotra makes sense. Now, not only does that make sense, but his dad's in our system. He's the coach for the Abbotsford Canucks. Most Canuck fans believe that Foot's getting fired this year. Malhotra's going to become the head coach, and they draft Caleb, his son, right? It makes sense. It makes sense, right? Why wouldn't they do this? So if they don't get McKenna or Stenberg, I can see them trading back. Or not even trading back at 3, picking the centerman over anyone else and, you know, the defensemen start falling backwards. So this is really, really interesting conversation. And, you know, as you can see the stats here, you can see that Caleb has 79 points this season. He's playing for the Brantford Bulldogs. And then you've got Tynan Lawrence, who is, you know, a good-sized guy too, but struggling with Boston University. And so we're just sitting there watching him, and I'm shocked. I'm shocked that people have him so high, but it's like he's 17. He's going to figure this out. I mean, we're talking 4 points in like 16 games or something like that. That is just not good enough. That's just not good enough. I'm not gambling on that. Now, other teams are like, they can be patient. They can let him develop. That's great. As Canuck fan, I'm out. I'm out on that. But Bjorck, man, this kid has been touted. Like, you should see the numbers he put up as a 15-year-old. And there was an article, I don't know who wrote it. Where is it here? Oh, yeah. So the hockeywriters.com said Bjorck might be the best center of the 2026 NHL draft. Like, if you actually think that, now a lot of people are like, I don't want him because he's a Swede. And it's like, you can't, stop talking about nationality. If he's the best center in the draft, you got to consider that, don't you? He's small, I get it, but he's super skilled. And if you, like, you go through it and I was like, we picked Caleb or we picked, you know, Verhoeff. And it's like, but you could have had Bjorck. What? You know, it might be like the one where it's like, you should have picked him. You know what I mean? And I know we already have small centers when it comes to Pedersen, Rossi, and this one would not be a great addition. That's why I think a lot of people want the Caleb Malhotra move. And I'm okay with that. If the Canucks draft him at 3, I'm okay with it. It's not my favorite move, but I'm okay with it. It makes sense. And so as you look at these stats, as you look at these players, as the draft gets closer, it's going to be players are moving up and down. You can go on to these sites and see where everyone's got them ranked. But on draft day, people are going, I want that guy right there. I want that guy. That's my guy, you know? And I feel like Malhotra could be our guy because of his dad, because of his size, because of he's a centerman. He's putting up monster points. It's just that I just don't know. Lawrence, for me, at this stage, I'm not sure. Is he going to turn into the next Draisaitl? I hope not. Excuse me. My cough is still kicking around. But I want to know what you think. Please dive in the comments. But like maybe the best option at 3 is to pick Chase Reid, who's plays for the, you know, who is it? Is it Sioux Greyhounds? Is that, I think that's who it is, right? Sorry, I should know that off the top of my head. Yeah, Sioux Greyhounds. Like he's fantastic. He played incredible hockey for Team USA, the World Juniors. He is looking fantastic. He's got the size. He's got the skill set. Excuse me. So if we're trading back and we're getting more draft capital, like what if someone says, oh, we'll give you our first next year and this? I know it's not like the NFL. The problem with the NHL drafts is that they're entry drafts and they take a number of years for people to get into it. So I understand these are projects. These are guys that aren't going to, like 17-year-olds are not playing next year. That's kind of why I want McKenna or Stenberg. I can see them in the lineup next season with us, and that would be really awesome. And it'd be great for the fan base, and hopefully it'd be good for their development. But these 17-year-olds, I think they all play somewhere else, whether it's the AHL or back with their junior teams or college teams, university teams, and that would be as well good as well. But I know we're feeling impatient. If we just walk into next year with this same one, man alive, this is going to be rough. It's going to be rough. Now, I think we're going to be at the same spot next year this time, that we're going to be fighting for that last spot, and hopefully we land a guy like DuPont. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm interested to see what we do in free agency, all that kind of stuff. So there's a number of options, and I don't mind the idea of trading back, getting some more draft capital, and going, what do you think? If you can't have Stenberg and you can't have McKenna, we get that third pick. What do you want to do as a Canucks fan with the options available? Post in the comments. I read all of them. I would love to hear from you. And if you like passionate, realistic, and honest Canucks content, hit the like and subscribe, everyone, because I'm everywhere. And you can check out my content because that's the kind of content I make. So thank you so much for watching. Of course, always, hey, I'm pumped that we're rebuilding. I'm pumped that we're tanking right now. I don't even think it was unintentionally tanking. I just think, and then it's turned into intentionally tanking. Now it's like we're trying to be competitive again, which I don't mind, because watching games where you're losing 6-1, 5-1, getting shut out, whatever it is, and getting outshot by 25 shots, just not fun hockey to watch. And I'm going to talk about a video soon about rebuilding and that kind of stuff. Stay tuned. Now, as you know, when it comes to my content, I do mostly shorts and live streams. I do post-game shows. I do tons of live streams. But you know what? My internet's been bugging me. I doubled my internet speed and it got worse. So I don't get what's happening. So I'm just going back old school. I'm just filming this one shot, click on it, and then I'm going to edit it and throw it up there. And I want to do a good job. I want to be clear. I love it. Like, you can see everything here, man. Like, you can see all that. For some reason, my other camera's not doing so good. This is being shot on an iPhone, guys. Like, how clear is this? This is amazing. So, yeah, I'm going old school. I'm going back to the video editing because I really like this series. And again, if you haven't seen the McKenna, if you haven't seen the Verhoeff one yet, please check it out. And I have tons more draft content coming up that you don't want to miss. So make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell because you do not want to miss out. But I think this is a good conversation. I like Tynan Lawrence, but I think he'd be my least out of those three guys. And but maybe he develops into something great. And maybe I'm totally wrong about him. But man, there's so many good players in draft. I wish we had 2 picks in the top 10. I wish we had 2 picks in the top 10. Too bad we don't. It is what it is. But I want us to keep tanking. I want to get that first overall pick. I want us to come dead last, so at least we get top 3, and we will. We will. There's no doubt in my mind. And if we don't, say we just do the Canuck thing and start winning, and then someone leapfrogs us to get that last spot, I want us to win the draft lottery anyway, so we get back to the number 1. And just like for the first time ever, be a draft lottery person. So, draft lottery winner, I should say. So that would be awesome. But yeah, have a great day. Go Canucks, go. Believe in blue. Keep tanking, Canucks. And I'm looking forward to your comments, and I'm looking forward to the draft lottery and the draft. Have a good night. Talk to you later.